Okay, we're at the Autosports Pittsburgh location, and we're going to present to you one of the nicest Novas you will ever find in your entire life. If you were to build a car yourself, this is what you would want it to come out as, this vehicle here. Obviously, it's a blue one. Everything on this car is phenomenal. There is nothing that you can possibly pick out, and I'm going to try to when we go around on this video. But look at the gaps on this thing, the gaps on the hood, the finish, the paint. There's not a single mark on this paint job anywhere or on any of the chrome. The alignment of the front bumper is precise. The grille itself, everything on the aluminum grille is correct. SS, and we do believe this to be an SS car. We'll depict a few things that show you that it is a real one. Has the correct hood scoops on it for an SS car. Everything lines up as it should. There's nothing that I can pick out at all on the front end on this car. You can see that the chrome is flawless on it, going down the sides of it. There's a pinstripe here. It's like a charcoal gray color, a flat charcoal gray that contrasts the blue on the car 350 designation in the front, because that's what it is underneath the hood. Every piece of tin on this car is just as sharp and fresh as can be. 14-inch rally wheels in the front, 215 14s on the front. I believe they're 265 60s on the back, a lot wider tire, but still the 14-inch wheel. The gaps on this car everywhere are phenomenal. The correct wiper arms and blades, no marks on the trim around the windshield. The glass is crystal clear, and it is a tinted windshield in it. There's no marks on this trim where someone's pounded on it to get it back into place. No chips on the paint anywhere. Look at the fit on this door. You just don't see gaps like this on a Chevy Nova. They just don't exist. And yet this car is precisely fit in every dimension. Driver's side mirror, and there's also one on the other side. You're going to see that when we go around the back. Rocker panel moldings, no kick marks or anything on it. Just as fresh and clean as can possibly be. Roof, there's no, you're looking across it, it looks like it's wet. It looks like this entire vehicle is wet. I mean, that's how nicely done the paint is on this vehicle. It is a show quality paint job on this car. It's not, driver quality at all in any aspect of it. It's all show quality. Precise fit, finish. Chrome on the door handles is absolutely flawless. There's no marks or anything on it. Of course, the key hole for it. Look at this gap. I mean, I'm just not used to seeing this kind of fitment on a Chevy Nova. It just doesn't exist. Going down the quarter panel the same way. The tin is just as sharp as can possibly be. You can feel where the quarter panel and the inner fender panel are mated together. Sharp edges the whole way down. There's absolutely no Bondo whatsoever in this thing anywhere. Looking around the back window, same as the front window. It appears to be tinted here too. The hatch shelf is absolutely flawless. It shows your two speaker enclosures from underneath, still intact in the way they should be. Most of the time you see this back window, the trim across the bottom here is deteriorated with age. That's not the case with this one. This thing is absolutely precise in every way. And the glass is just perfect. There's no marks or anything, no scratches. Look at this, just to show you something, how a door closes. And this is a Nova. This is not a Porsche, it's a Nova. And you have a precision fit on every aspect of this thing. Going around the back end of it here, bottoms of the quarters the same way. You can feel the drop downs and everything, the two pieces of metal where they come together. Looking down the side of this car, you can't even tell it has doors on it. The car just has a precise fit every way that you look at it. There's no indication that anything's ever been done on the car. It looks like it's just an absolutely phenomenal fitment of everything on the car. Going around the back side of it, it's going to be just as it was in the front. And you can see the chrome on the back bumper. The fitment is absolutely precise. None of the anodization of the trim around the back end of the tail lights or your center SS panel in the back is all just as fresh and clean as can be. The lenses themselves are perfect. There's no marks whatsoever on them. Back bumper, again, the chrome fitment, everything is precise. You look underneath the car, what you're going to see in the still photography that Anthony's going to show you, it has a sway bar in the rear. It does have a heavy-duty sway bar in the front also. Has a multi-leaf rear suspension and a 12-bolt with a 373 axle ratio in it. Nobody wants anything any better than that with a 4-speed. This is phenomenal. Looking inside the trunk, and he's going to show you a lot of pictures of it, but I'm just going to tell you what there is. It's done as it was from the factory. You can see your jacking instructions underneath the deck the way they should be. New rubbers, of course, everywhere. The entire car's been done with all new rubber seals. But when you lift this trunk mat up in the back, everything is splatter painted just the way it should have been for a Nova back in the era. I'm almost afraid to touch it. You can't see it, but hopefully you can see it in some of the photography that Anthony shows you. But this car looks like it's wet. I mean, there's not a single flaw anywhere that I can depict. Look at this. I mean, even the way it opens and everything and closes. Fantastic. And again, the trim or the gaps around the deck lid are just the way the hood was. Absolute perfect fitment. You can see on this side of the window, there's no marks on the trim pieces. Nice polished stainless, the way they should be. Okay, going down the passenger side, it's going to be the same as it was on the driver's side, I can tell you that. A nice sharp edges on the quarter panels. Wheel lips the same way. You can fill the two pieces of tin put together. Wipes, whiskers, whatever you want to call them. I forgot to mention that they're brand new on the other side. Of course, they are on this side too. Again, look at this fitment to this door. Absolute precision. Mirror on this side, which is a definite nice thing to have. 2 mirrors on it. Look at that. It's unbelievable how this car is fit. Everything is finely polished. Even the trim around the wing area has been finely polished up. Windshield on this side, same as the other side. Correct wiper arm and blade. Trim around the window is just as precise and fit as can possibly be. I can't find a mark. I'm really trying to look for something. There has to be something. This thing's not a Ferrari Pista or a Porsche 911, so we got to find something, but I can't. I've been really looking to find you a defect somewhere, and I can't do it. Same with this gap here. Look at this. Down the side of the car, you can't tell the car has any panels on it. It's all one color of blue. Same with the gap on the hood. Look at this fitment. It's unbelievable. Front wheel's the same as the other side. Wheel lip opening. And we're kind of back where we started with it. You know, it's a beautiful car that's been precision done. You can't possibly ask for a better fitment and finish and quality than what's on here now. And then here's some real magic here. This is done to the nth degree. It is a 354-bolt motor. It's a blueprint engine, aluminum intake, 600 Hawley, vacuum carburetor, finely polished Corvette-style valve pan covers, dual snorkel air cleaner. Take a look and see what one of those guys costs. Every hose in this car is General Motors. You can see they're all GM stamped hoses. For the heater hose, bottom radiator hose, top radiator hose, GM, they use the tower clamps on them instead of the regular clamps. You know, a lot of guys do this 3-pass original equipment radiator, which I'm sure has been re-cored. It has a stainless flex fan on it. Of course, everything is new. It has aluminum water pump, new alternator, new flaps on the inside here for the A-arms. You can see that the brake booster's been replaced, so it has a brand new cadmium brake booster in it. New master cylinder with lid. The brake lines on this car are all stainless steel. You can see they're all wire wound stainless. It has a set of Headman. They appear to be about 1 3/4 long tube, ceramic coated headers that go onto the aluminum cylinder heads on this car. It has a chrome timing chain cover. It does have power steering. Of course, it does have power disc brakes in the front, drums in the rear. Um, there's absolutely nothing that you can fault this car for. The precision that this car has been assembled with is just astronomical. Everything done the way it should have been done in 1968 through 72 when these cars were hitting the highway. This car is just a phenomenal example, and probably the nicest, no, not probably, absolutely the nicest Nova that I've ever seen, ever. Look at that. It's unbelievable. We're going to start it up for you and let you hear what it sounds like. It's kind of funky outside today, so we're not going to take it out and do a drive, which we would normally do. Weather is going to be getting nicer, so if it's something that we need to do for you, we can do it at a later date. But we are going to fire it up and let you hear what it sounds like. And then we're going to do some depiction of what there is in the interior, the gauge is working, and what we have inside. Of course, it is a bucket seat car, 4-speed console with the gauges. Fantastic car. You see all the gauges are functioning as they should. I'm going to put my cheaters on here. Battery's charging. Of course, we don't have any temperature up yet. Oil pressure's up. We've got 3/4 of a tank of fuel in it. Correct style shifter in it, chrome knob. Everything. This, of course, is aftermarket. This didn't come from the factory in Novas. The headliner in this thing is absolutely perfect. There's no flaws or anything that even sags. Everything inside this car is absolutely flawless. Dome light working as it should. Power steering. Horn that works. I mean, everything in this car is as it should be. You couldn't possibly ask for a better one. Anthony, let him hear what it sounds like behind. You know, I forgot to mention, it does have a factory tack in it also, and that also functions as it should. There's the tachometer there. You can't see it, too much light coming through the window. But it is functioning. Every gauge in here works. Clock I'm not sure about, but let's see. That clock is not working. That's the only thing so far. I knew I'd find something I could pick at, so there it is. The clock puked. So other than that, everything else in this car is 110%. I mean, even looking over the hood to the fender, it looks like it's one piece. You see a little line going down where the fitment is, and that's it. I mean, every piece of rubber on this car, the door panels, look at the seals. I mean, everything in this car is absolutely brand new. Got a nice lope to the cam. Has a real nice sound to it. Not objectionably loud, but a real nice sound to it. Well, that's it. I mean, we went over this entire vehicle, and the only thing that I could find on it, and I'm being really picky about this guy, you know, trying to find something on it. And the clock doesn't work. That's it. Other than that, take a look at all the still photos. And any other further information you need, just give us a call, and we can do anything further that you need on a car. If you need a specific spot looked at, we'll take a picture of it or a video or whatever. And if weather permitting, we're going to take this guy out and run it for a little bit, see what it does perform like. Should be fine, though. It's got a 360 horse motor in it, 373 gears, and a 4-speed with posi. I think we can put some black marks down. Give Anthony a call.